We are pleased now to change gears and to talk to a good friend of this program and a good friend of mine personally, Steve Forbes, the chairman and editor-in-chief of Forbes Media, the former presidential candidate and the author of the new book, Money: How the Destruction of the Dollar Threatens the Global Economy and What Can Be Done and what we can do about it. This book already making waves. Steve Forbes, it is wonderful to have you here on America's Forum.
Good to be with you again. Thank you.
So, Steve, we hear in the subtitle of the book, "The Dollar is Crucial." In the book, you talk about the fact that we need to return to the gold standard. Do you think that's realistic in this day and age?
I think it is, and I think circumstances are going to bring us around to it. We were on the gold standard for 180 years in this country's history, did very well with it. And see the need for it. Just imagine what life would be like if clocks were floated like the dollar, that you had 60 minutes one day, 32 minutes the next, 80 the next. You would have chaos. You would have much slower growth. Well, if we had been on a gold standard since 1971, when Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, today our economy would be 50% larger if we just maintained the historic growth rates we had for the first 180 years of our existence. Gold gives the dollar stability, just like a ruler measures length, a clock measures time, a scale measures weight, a dollar measures value. And when the value is stable, you get a lot more investment, a lot more growth, a lot more opportunity.
So you talk about forces afoot to try to destroy the dollar. Give us some examples, and how close is the dollar in terms of international currency? How close is it to actual destruction?
Well, the dollar's lost 80% of its value in the last 40 years. It has periods of strength. Right now we're in a period of semi-stability, but then the long-term slide begins again. And so the dollar's already lost a lot of value. We would have budget deficits today. We wouldn't have, budget surpluses today. We wouldn't have the Social Security problems we have today if America had maintained its historic growth rates. So when you have an unstable dollar, you get more speculation, more financial speculation. You get the kind of thing we saw with the housing bubble, and so that spells trouble for all of us. So it's a long-term thing. It just drains us away, acidic. And because it's not dramatic like a German hyperinflation, people just kind of get used to it in Washington and continue their bad old ways.
Steve Forbes, we would love to continue to talk to you. With your permission, we're going to step aside for a second. We'd love to keep you here and talk more about your new book and about our economy. So we hope you can do that. And if you've got a question or comment for Steve Forbes, why don't you tweet us that question at Newsmax TV, #America's Forum. There's also email and Facebook. We're coming right back.